Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, I was inspired to do this video about 3 separate dreams that I had with 3 spiritual meanings, based upon the video that the Apostle Tahar uploaded from the brother who did the video dealing with his dream. Okay, and in the span of about a week, I had 3 different spiritual dreams that I remember. I remember the parts that are most relevant, and they were spiritual. Okay, so I'm gonna go through them, and I'm going to get scriptures to accompany what was seen. Now, I'll start with this dream. I was walking with an individual, and, we were walking, and I think I do know the individual from somewhere. We were walking and we were talking, and I saw a great chariot pull up. Well, it wasn't great when it first pulled up. When it first pulled up, it was actually pretty small. But then as soon as I saw it, I started to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, call Layim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai over and over again. And the chariot grew. It grew very massive. And the person I was walking with, he was looking at me, and he was looking at the chariot, and he started to scream, call Layim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai as well. And when he did that didn't sit well with me, because I know he was not a follower of Yahweh Shai. So to me, he was being a hypocrite. So what I did was I kind of looked at him, and I walked away. I got away from him. Lest a laser beam come down and strike him, and I'd be next to him, man. Nah, man, I was moving away from him. Okay. Calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And as I was calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at that particular time, the chariot was growing. Okay? And then I walked away from him. In the spirit, there's 2 spiritual meanings I get from that. Okay, 2 spiritual meanings. The thing is that, first of all, we're going to be delivered by the chariots. We know that. All right? We know this. Let me get a few scriptures on that. This is Then I turned. This is Zechariah 5:1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. It's a curse for the heathen and the wicked. It's not a curse for the righteous. It's a blessing and deliverance for the righteous. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." Okay, so that's going into who's the main thief on the planet Earth? Esau, Edom. So this is going to bring destruction to him. The scriptures also say that they shall enter into the house of the thief, which we know the thief is Esau. "I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof." Okay, so it's coming for destruction. All right, it's coming for salvation, and it's coming for destruction. We're looking to be on the side of salvation. We're looking to be those that are delivered in that time. Because not everyone is going to be delivered. Not everyone is going to be written in that book. This is Daniel 12 and verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." If you're not written in the book of life, if you don't have the mark of exemption in your forehead from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you will not be delivered, and you better run away from the chariot. Okay? You better run. If you see a chariot, you better run the opposite way. If you are not written in that book, if you're not a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai or a sheep of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Don't bother trying to switch at the last minute when you see you were a scoffer this whole time, but then at the last second when you see Yahushai, you're gonna try and switch. Don't bother doing that, because you're gonna be looking up at a chariot to be delivered, and a laser beam is gonna come and disintegrate you, man. It's better that you just run away, man. Okay? Straight up. This is Isaiah 31 and 5. It says, "As birds flying, so will Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it," man. He's going to preserve that remnant. Not all Israel is going to be preserved. That remnant is what's going to be preserved. Also known as the elect. That's why the apostles always stress the elect. The elect. It's all about the election. Because all Israel is not going to be delivered. But the elect. Okay. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind." And what's a whirlwind? That's a circular motion. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's look up the word whirlwind. Okay. Super. But no, that's how they would. That's not the Greek. That's actually how they would pronounce it in Yiddish. That's not the real the correct pronunciation. Whirlwind, storm, Red Sea tempest, storm, honeycomb overflow, a place east of the Jordan. Okay, you know, because when them simile of rushing chariots as driving shaft, because when them you see those movies, and when the chariots come down, it's like, it's windy, the wind starts blowing, the trees start blowing, people gotta hold on to their hats. That's how the chariots is coming with that power. They're coming with that power. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Okay, because it's coming with that power to bring judgment. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord is not playing. It says from the east to the west, the Lord will be catching bodies. He'll be destroying, killing people from the east to the west. Okay? So you don't want to be on his bad side when he comes back. All right? They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So anyone that's caught that's into eating unclean foods, when the Lord comes back, he's not going to deliver you. Don't go, when you see a chariot, run. All right? Do not go next to the chariot, run, because he's not coming to help you. He's coming to destroy you. All right? For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Everyone's going to see the glory of Yahushua when he comes back. Now, let's deal with the second part of the dream, of that particular dream. Okay, this might have to be a 2-part series, but the second part of the dream is me separating from that person. Well, that deals with separating from the world. Okay. Okay. Because as we get closer to these times, we're gonna have to separate more and more from these people, and from the world in general, and detach. Okay. This is 1 John 2:15. It's like it. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." So you have to detach. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Okay? And the love of the world includes your family members. Don't think because because you got a sister or a mother that or auntie or uncle or father or whatever the case is that you love. No, you can't be all into them like that. Because first of all, you can be all into them, and which prophet was that? Was that Ezekiel? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but there was a prophet that was into his wife, man. And the Most High, and he loved his wife, and the Most High said, "I'm a kill your wife," and then he said, "Don't weep for her, man. Don't even cry. Better just go about your business." Why? Because he was too into her, man. You understand? You can't be too into these people, man. Lest the Most High take them out. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It's like it. Oh, I misspelled that. This is Luke 14:26. It says, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." Right? And it doesn't mean to hate them in the sense of F you and this and no. It just means you would never put them over Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And you're not all into them like that. You know what I mean? You love them, but you're not all into them like that. "And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple." This is Matthew 5:29, because we have to pluck out the leaven. The scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So in these times, we have to tap more into the spirit and detach from the flesh and from the people that are of the dead. When that man went to go bury his wanted to bury his father, Yahushua said, "Man, let the dead bury the dead." He didn't hold any punches. Okay. He said, "Let the dead bury their dead," because we're not supposed to be concerned with them like that. Okay? And if thy right eye offend thee, Salakia, let's go up a bit. "But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee." And this is not literal. This is speaking about, things that, that you need to cut off in this world in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. Whether it be people, whether it be certain activities and habits, whatever the case is, you got to cut it off. Okay, if it's going to prevent you from being in the spirit. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give up. Salaki, that's going into something else. And there's one more scripture I do want to get. Kind of drive the point home on the second part of that dream, because the second part of that dream, it's telling us to detach from the world, detach from these people. This is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Hamashiach with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as the Most High hath said, I dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. All right, so these people are we're the house of the Most High, but they're the house of idols. So we have no real dealings with them. We pass by them. We use the world as not abusing it, but we got to detach spiritually. Okay, we can't be all into these people, man. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. Okay, you're supposed to be separate from these people, man. Does that mean necessarily you're walking on the street and they're walking on the same side and you got to cross the street? No, spiritually we're supposed to be separate, man. When we talk to these people, we can't really hold a conversation, because after a while it becomes grievous to the spirit, because they don't have nothing spiritual to talk about. It's all vanity. You see? Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. Okay, so this is what the second part of the dream means: to detach from these people, to be more in the spirit, so that we can be delivered, so that we can be on that chariot and be more in the image of the Most High. That's the goal, right? For him to see his image within us. And the second dream, this one is more of a somewhat a short dream. All right, this one is dealing with basically my car broke down, in the woods. Basically, there's a Gadite reservation not too far. My car broke down in the woods, and we're on the road, and it was dark, super dark outside. Like, no one was on the road. It was just me, and I seen two Negroes, all right, over there talking. And I was trying to, actually my car didn't break down. I was trying to get something from my car. I was trying to do something, and in my mind, I'm like, let me get out of here before something happens. Because the spirit was telling me that, demons were a demonic spirit was going to bother me. I was like, let me just get out of here quick, And what happened was, while I was doing what I was doing and trying to do it quick so I can get out of there, one of the dudes, okay, he came and he was looking, and then he came by the car and he just basically scratched my car, just vandalized my car in front of me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? All right, said Salakia for my words, but that was my mindset. Okay, I was like, what is this guy doing? But I understood that that represented the demonic forces that are bothering brothers, that are here to bother brothers, that are here to try brothers, man. We're all going through we're all battling demonic forces. You know, he didn't, the guy in the dream, he didn't know why he did what he did. It was the evil spirit that made him do that, man. In order to what? To try us, man. Let's get Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Right? And I was in the spirit of kind of talking to him nice. I was kind of basically, you know, the scriptures say a soft answer turneth away wrath. I seen there was 2 of them. So, you know, I was just using wisdom and kind of like, but I understood that it was a demonic spirit on him, man. You know, and he was looking like, yeah, I did that, you know. But I knew in the spirit something was gonna happen. This was a short dream. This is Ephesians 6:10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." All right? It's a spiritual fight that we're fighting, not a carnal fight. "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel." This is what we're doing. We're making open the mysteries of the gospel to these people. All right, to the sheep of Yahweh Shem Yahushai mainly. Yeah, let me get this real quick. We have to look at these things spiritually, because guess what? Being carnal is not going to get you anywhere, really. All right, the scriptures say the flesh profited nothing. You think you might get a victory in the flesh, but it's really not a victory. You see, although we're in the flesh, I mean, it really doesn't profit anything. You see, this is Romans 8:6. It says, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can it be." You understand? So this is why when those things happen, we have to look at it spiritually and not carnally. Don't get emotional, but try to tap into the spirit and say, okay, listen, this is just Satan trying me and trying to irritate me to get carnal. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. So that's it, man. You gotta have that spirit of. You have to be spiritual when things like this happen to you. When anything happens to you, because they're demonic forces. I remember something happened years ago. This guy I know from the world. You know, he even told me the spirit got on him to tell me I was gonna beat this guy's ass, this particular individual's ass. I was ready to deal with him. But then he told me, he said, "Yeah, these are just, demonic forces messing with you." Like he said that, but he don't know the truth, man. He don't know the truth. He just said he did not know why he said that. Trust me, I looked in his face. He had no clue why he said that. Because I looked at him, I was like, "Oh, you're right," and that's what calmed me down. Because they're demonic spirits ready to get us rowdy, man, get us carnal. You see? But anyways, with that, I'm gonna do a part 2 dealing with the third dream that I had, and this one, the apostles are part of it. So you might want to stay tuned to that. So yeah, just because this one has a time limit, this particular program I'm using. So with that, I'll say shalom.